Hi, Phil Aston here from nowspinning.co.uk. Thanks very much for tuning in. This is going to be a quite big unboxing video, and so please subscribe to my channel and share and like and tell everyone about it. This is what I've been promising to do for quite a while, and it is the Vintage Years by Wishbone Ash. I'm building my bicep muscles up as I hold this up. This is huge, and it is probably one of the most one of the most expensive box sets I ever bought. I bought it for a special birthday, and I did think, well, I'm not going to do that again. It's by Madfish, and I have to say that once I'd gone through it, I felt it was worth every single penny. So the purpose of this video is for anyone who's thinking of investing in this. That's the wrong word, but I'm saying the word investing because it's expensive now. It's gone up in price. So if you see it on Discogs or eBay, the purpose of this video is for you to see what you get for your money and what's inside it. It's immense. A lot of the albums are being remixed, they're being remastered, they sound absolutely beautiful and as if they came out just last week. It's the best remastering and sounding that these albums have ever had. And I really mean that, because Locked In is a great example. Terrible album. It completely sent Wishbone Ash off the rails when it came out after There's a Rub. On this, it just sounds like a totally different thing. It really is that good. Also, this box set, as you'll see when I go through it, contains absolutely tons and tons of live CDs and live concerts and bonus tracks that are not available anywhere else. And if you're thinking this is one of these box sets where stuff just leaks out every so often, apart from the Tokyo album, everything else is still in it. Anyway, let's dive inside and I can show you what this is all about. So, as I said, at last we're going to look at the Wishbone Ash enormous Vintage Years box set. In fact, as I'm trying to film this with the camera above it, it's actually quite heavy to hold. This was the most expensive box set I'd bought until I got the Ian Hunter one, and even that was the same price. And I bought it for a special birthday, and the fact was that I just felt it was a bit extravagant. I thought, well, special birthday, but you know what? When it arrived and I took off the lid and I went through what was in it, it felt like it was worth every single penny. So I might have to do different camera shots for this because I won't be able to open it all up in front of my current setup. So there are some posters, which I don't think I'll be able to show you. So I'm going to cut away to these as I talk. So there's one here. And there's another one from the front page news tour, but again I'll open those up as you watch this so you'll be able to see. And then there's one from live dates as well, and there's probably another one lurking because I've not put this in any particular order, and I think this is from There's the Rub tour, is it, I think. But anyway, you'll see those come up on the screen now. So as you go through the box, then you have a flexi single. Could they have made that an actual vinyl single? Because it's a kind of mimic of a Japanese single. I don't know, maybe they could, but it's not something I haven't played this, to be honest. But, you know, it's a nice touch. But this is what it's about. This band is no longer together, but they managed logistically to coordinate that each member of the band personally signed these cards. So everybody from Laurie Warsfield, Ted Turner, Martin Turner, Steve Upton, and of course Andy Powell. So all personally signed autograph prints. See, in the way I'm saying that, I'm impressed. And then you've got a press pack from 1970 for the first Wishbone Ash album, with a glossy photo, in fact more than one glossy photo, of the band, promo from that period. With a press release or blurb that must have been sent out from the label, with some cuttings. And it's great in it because it does look as if these were photocopied just from the old newspapers, look, from January 15th, 1971. So this is a nice piece of memorabilia that's been put together with quite a lot of love. And then you've got more posters, but this is in a book of posters. And I do think this is, I hope you'll be able to see all of this. You've got an index of all the posters here. And then basically this goes through in chronological order, the band. I personally, as you know, those of you who watch my unboxing videos, I'm a complete sucker for this kind of stuff. I just love it. It reminds me of the music papers from years gone by. And if you're too young to remember this, there's plenty of social history almost in these things to bring it to life, really. So I just love it. And it goes through, as I say, every album. Because of the band at this time where I am now flicking through this were huge. At this, like there's the Rub. Obviously in later years they were slipping out of the limelight. This is great though, isn't it? Look at this for a lineup: Wishbone Ash, Lou Reed, Mahavishnu Orchestra, Soft Machine, Caravan, Renaissance, Climax Blues Band. Wow. And another similar one there. Japanese poster. And then we're coming up to the end of the 70s. 1978, Status Quo, Uriah Heep, Wishbone Ash. David Coverdale. Wow. And then we head towards the early 80s. And that's that. Wonderful. And the next thing then in the box, which is quite difficult to get out, is the big book. And this is a big book. So I'm just going to move the rest of the box out of the way for a moment so I can actually show you this in a bit more detail. I hope you can see all of this, everybody. I'm trying not to make this video be too long, but this is a massive box. So for those of you who might be seeing this on eBay or Discogs, I want you to see what you're getting for your money. So, sorry if you didn't see, this is a really big, heavy duty book. Of all the box sets I've got, this is probably the biggest. It's probably, I mean, it's bigger than the Harvest one, which was covered a whole label. This is just a band. But it's there, I don't know if you can see from here, but every member of the band has been involved. They've all been interviewed for every album, looking back. And I love this as well, the fact that this is album size, vinyl size, and they've gone into absolute detail, chart position for the UK, USA, the tracks. It's absolutely, and there's the gatefold. So it collects everything together from each album. Obviously, as you go through it, the ones that are more iconic get more pages, but nevertheless, it's fantastic. I love this as well, that, you know, the old adverts, you know, the chart listings from Sounds or Melody Maker, NME, the reviews. Then we're on to Pilgrimage again. There's the gatefold and the back of the album cover, press cuttings from the time, and then photographs from that period, and the interviews with the band in the text. So there's a lot of time and space is given to this period of the band. And then, of course, the mighty Argus. 1972, what a year. I know everyone says about 1971, which it was a fantastic year for rock, but 72 wasn't far behind, was it? There's the gatefold. And there's a lot of stuff on this, as you can imagine, because it's such an iconic album that sounds like it came out last week. Lots of press cuttings, and the reproduction of the press cuttings is good enough so you can actually read them all without a magnifying glass. Love this as well. I don't know if you can probably see this. This is the Sounds poll from 1972, and I think this is wonderful that this has been included. Best album of the year was Argus, then Trilogy, Led Zeppelin 4, Rory Gallagher Made in Europe, Imagine, Ziggy Stardust, Thick as a Brick, Never a Dull Moment, Slider. And I love this kind of stuff, I really do. Then on to Wishbone 4, Green, which we know in the UK it was blue. They haven't put the gatefold in for that, I don't think, no. But the interviews there, album didn't do as well. And then we come to their Made in Japan, really, which is Live Dates, which is a fantastic record. There's the gatefold for that. And Ted leaves the band. But lots of stuff about Live Dates because it was an important album. Then one of my favourites, the first one when Laurie came in, which was There's the Rub. Single sleeve. Lots of press cuttings and stuff. Some great live pictures as well. Then the album where it all went a bit pear-shaped. I have to say, is the remastering of these albums. This one comes to life. So written off as being like a disaster area and everyone ran to the hills away from the band. It wasn't a good idea, and it really did knock them off the trajectory they were on. But I like it, having listened to it on this. And then my favourite Wishbone Ash album of all time is New England. There's the gatefold. I just think this album is immaculate and it's just perfect. The best Wishbone Ash album to me. I know everyone's got their favourite, but I just love New England. So I'm so pleased there's so much stuff about this album. This one was a step down. I think it's a bit too soft rock for me. But again, the remastering on this makes it worthwhile. Again, still lots of pages dedicated to this period of the band. In fact, a lot on to this one, actually. Then we've got a page of Japanese singles. Then No Smoke Without Fire. Again, lots of interviews with the band. And again, it's all brutally honest stuff. They're not all saying, oh, we were great, it's a brilliant album. They're being really honest about what they really thought. They weren't just testing, which is another goodie. Then Live Dates Volume 2, which is vastly expanded here. There's the gatefold. Because it was a double, wasn't it? But I think it for a short time before it went to a single album. So you've got the whole thing here. Then Number the Brave. I play this one quite a lot, actually. Quite a bit of stuff on that and lovely photographs. Then Twin Barrels Burning, where we go into a kind of new wave of British heavy metal period for the band here, where they were kind of losing ground, especially this one, Raw to the Bone, probably the worst artwork of any Wishbone Ash album, but probably their heaviest album that they created. So it's good stuff. The Novo Calls from 1987. Again, lots of detail here to here. I like this one as well, actually, towards the end. And then Strange Affair from 1991. A lot of this stuff, a lot of later albums I wasn't that familiar with. And then we're going to end with a poster and some credits. And we're out of the book. But that is fantastic. And I've had hours of pleasure enjoying that. So then we go to what else is in the box. And this is the actual CDs, of which there are many. Each one of them has a gatefold sleeve. So this is here to here. Each one has a gatefold sleeve. Each one has an inner paper sleeve. I'm not going to do this every single one, but to protect it. So this is deluxe. These aren't cheap gatefolds. They don't like spring open and stay open. They're high quality. And each album has got bonus tracks on the opposite side. So even if it wasn't a gatefold originally, now there's so much unreleased music in this. This is Guildford 1980, which is a double CD. And the remastering is absolutely fantastic. Bournemouth 1978. Again, it's a double album. They recorded so much stuff, and the quality is if it was an official live album. Honestly, the quality of these, and none of them have been released separately. Chelmsford, June 1980. This is a single album, but again, the remastering is fantastic. Newcastle 1977. Single CD, but full concert. Wishbone Ash, Southampton 1973. So a lot of these were from live dates. So this is where they got some of the tracks from, but the full set. And then we've got the studio album, Just Testing. Again, they've all got gatefolds. They've all got bonus tracks. I mean, look at this. Look how many bonus tracks there are on this. It's just fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Front page news. That did have a gatefold. And this one is No Smoke Without Fire. Again, bonus tracks, all gatefolds. Number the Brave, which I think is coming out separately soon, because most of this stuff has stayed within this box set, especially the live stuff. Earth Barrels Burning, New England. Absolutely fantastic. I love that. Wishbone Ash Live. There's live dates, sorry. They're all the CDs are kept in these little plastic wrappers, which are just to keep the CDs from flying everywhere in the box. This to me was one of the best discs in the box set, which is 1976. So this is the New England tour. So to me, this was one of the holy grail, because it's got, Mother of Pearl, Outward Bound. It's just, I just love that. Marquee Club, another live album from this, 1977. Portsmouth, 1973, so another classic. But this is a double. This is a double album from that night, Portsmouth, 1973. Absolutely superb. Live in Tokyo, with extra tracks. This is from 1980 as well. Strange Affair. Again, lots of bonus tracks. Novo Calls. One bonus track here, but again, the quality of the package is really, really good. And then we're to the bone. And the last little section contains the classics, really. Argus. It's weird seeing some of these with gatefolds, I suppose, but it gives you the chance to see the credits, so they haven't shrunk the text down to the point you can't see it. Pilgrimage. Live dates. On a single disc, because it manages to fit on there, but you've got the 1973 live albums, 2 of them. And the first album, Wishbone Ash 4, which I still feel weird seeing it in green instead of blue. That's the one they haven't mimicked the actual, because I think the UK one had different photographs, or was a poster, I think, included. But it's great stuff. And then poor old Locked In has ended up being the last one I'm showing you, but I actually quite like it. So that is the Vintage Years by Wishbone Ash. So thank you for watching. That is Wishbone Ash, the Vintage Years, an absolutely colossal, career-defining box set which is being put together with absolute total love and devotion by the people who are behind this band and the band themselves, who took the time to sign each one of those photo prints. And as I said in the unboxing part of the video, it contains so much live material. The sound quality is absolutely incredible. You know, it's great mixes. Some of these albums sound the best I've ever heard for years. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please share, like, and if you can, become a member and support me for just £3 or $3 a month. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video.